Welcome back to another episode of D-Town TV, the free show for DSLR shooters. My name is RC, and pitching in is Mr. Pecans. What's going on, man?
How's it going? Good to see you. Oh,
Good.
That was sad.
It's the bump. It's the bump. It's the bump. How you doing?
All right, I'm doing pretty well.
I
How
see
y'all
that
doing?
you've got,
I got
you got
some
a
stuff
little
in
pan
here.
action
Yep,
there
yep.
going. But hey, listen, we wanted to bring Pete in. We just finished coming back from a show that we did in Miami. We were doing this kind of race car thing. Thank you so much, Brian Cole, for setting us up for that. And I spent a lot of time talking about HDR and doing all sorts of different things. And my tip that I wanted to share with you on doing this was I was shooting outside in the open day, right? And a lot of the times what I tell people is when you're shooting in the open day, rather than try to decide which exposure setting you want to be able to use, in your brackets on Nikon cameras, I'll tend to shoot either 3, 5, 7, or 9. More often than not, I shoot 5. When I'm outside in the middle of the day, almost always I'll switch immediately to 9, and I'll always take myself down by 1 stop. Because what I'm looking for the most is I'm looking for texture and details, and I want smooth gradations in the sky, but by being down under 1 stop, more often than not, I get all of the detail that I need in the shadow portion, but in the highlights, what I was finding is as I was going higher and higher and higher, if I stayed at 0, 0, what would happen is it would just be bone white. And you just saw complete flash and it wouldn't do anything. So the tip with this is just bring yourself down by 1 stop, shoot 9 brackets. That's a lot of information, so don't tend to overshoot the scene, right? If you're there, get your 9 frames, move to the next one, but you're gonna find that you're gonna be very, very successful and you're gonna be very, very happy with the pictures that you take if you're trying to do, HDR, composite, or things like that during the day. But that's what I found out of that kind of experience that we were having there. Now, you were looking at something very, very different.
Yeah, we were trying to cover several things going on the track at that time. We were shooting cars stationary, we were shooting people, but I was also trying to capture some panning shots of the cars going by. And I thought I'd share a tip today about how to shoot panning shots for those of you who might not have done it, might want to try it. A couple little tips that can help you. What's going to happen is you've got an object that's moving across a scene that you want to be able to follow and take a picture of that object where the object stays clear and the background blurs. And what that enables you to do is have an image where it looks like that object is moving very quickly because of the blurring of the background.
Okay, all right.
And the reason why you'd want to do that with cars is if you froze the scene of the car, even if it's going 200 miles an hour by you, if the wheels are frozen, it looks like it's parked right there. So you might as well just park it on the racetrack and then click some pictures of it.
Okay.
The ability to pan will enable the only thing that'll be blurred on the car, hopefully if you do it right, is the wheels spinning. So it gives that impression of speed and motion, and that's why you want to do that.
And you were able to do that very successfully on the Lamborghini Gallardo.
Yes, and this is all part of the whole
Now take me through
situation.
the tip.
Well, if we're already looking at the at my screen, I will go through a couple of them, and you can notice that the car is pretty much in focus, and the wheels have a little spin to them. The thing that I was going to tell you is pay attention to your background, because even though this looks pretty good, those trees, the palm trees in the background are recognizable, and your eye tends to fill that in, and it doesn't look like it's going as fast as it is with those palm trees.
Okay.
If I go to one that's got a clearer background, a cleaner background, especially with horizontal lines, it makes it look like it's faster simply because of what the background is.
Okay.
So you always want to pay attention to what you're panning through and find a good section to do it.
Okay, very
The
cool.
third thing that I would say is I tend to try to shoot panning shots on a tilt to make the cars, if you're trying to give the idea of speed, your brain thinks it's going downhill, it's going faster. You're using those elements to make it seem faster as it's going along.
Very, very cool.
So background, your tilt, and then
And that was speed.
This was
a
speed.
lot of speed on that.
Yeah, they're doing about 100 miles an hour.
Now, how do you
going
set
through.
your camera when you do
Okay,
this?
setting your camera. What you want to do is you want to make sure that your camera is registering a certain shutter speed so that it's going to have the blur going through it. If you put this up too high and you're trying to track it,
You're just freezing.
you're just freezing it because the shutter speed's open and shut so fast it's not capturing that motion in there.
Okay.
A good place that I tend to set mine when I'm doing panning shots like this is at 1/25th of a second.
Okay.
That's going to give me enough motion to go through, but it's not going to be too slow that I'm going to introduce a lot of camera shake to it.
Okay.
Now, as you get better, you can drop it lower depending on the speed of your object, but also how well you do. I find that it takes warming up to do good panning shots. When I go out, even if I've shot them all day the day before, it takes a little while to get into the
Okay, so
to the
show me
rhythm
the
of it.
motion.
Okay, a lot of people when they start to pan, they're just going to be doing like this. What you want to do is you want to lock in, and everything needs to be about the hips, because you want to have a stable platform to be able to stay right on line, and the only thing that moves is your hips. And that's going to give you a nice smooth sweep through whatever you're panning.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people get frustrated, because they stand still and they try to move with the camera. Well, you're introducing a lot of up and down, a lot of jitteriness
Right.
with
So
that.
no wrist, all hip.
Yep, it's all locking in. It's stability right through there.
Perfect. Really, really cool. And your shot proves it.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And that was actually pretty fast. What were you doing when you were coming down that?
Oh, well, I was going a little faster than you, so
Yeah, I'm
it's
sure
probably
you
about
were.
175 in the turn.
I think on average we were probably about $1.30 coming down that straight
Yep,
away,
yep.
even though I did 135. But anyway, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we've got a tip from Ms. Larry Becker, a website for you to take a look at, and the contest. Stick around.
Hi, my name's Dave Black. I want to welcome you to our light painting set right here on location. Light painting is one of the most stylized approaches to lighting and photography that there is. It's a very artistic approach. It's not with strobes, large power packs. It's all done with flashlights and mobile light sources. Very stylized, very exciting stuff. You can do it. I can teach it to you right on my video at kelbytraining.com. So come join me at my light painting class.
This time on Cheap Shots, I want to do a quick battery update. Now, I've talked in the past about my favorite rechargeable AA batteries being Energizers because they have, they're available just about everywhere, and they used to make and regularly sell a 2450 milliamp hour battery. Milliamp hours is the number that you look for to know about how long it's going to last. The higher the number, the longer it's going to last per charge. Now, the higher you get on milliamp hours, generally the lower overall lifespan it'll have. So what Energizer started doing this past year is they cut out all their 2450 milliamp hour batteries and they went straight to 2100 or lower milliamp hours. So I stopped using Energizer batteries and I started looking around for something with a good reputation. Two batteries came to the top of the list that everybody swears by in photography. And one of them is the Sanyo Eneloop batteries. The only problem with these is until they come out with the new ones, and they're just promising them right now, 2100 milliamp hours is the most you can get out of a Sanyo Eneloop until they announce the new ones. So I went to the battery that Joe McNally uses, and it's this one. It's 2700 milliamp hours, which is pretty much the highest that I can find out there anywhere. These are really well built. They're gonna be about 12 bucks per 4-pack online. So do plan on spending that, but it's worth it because you're gonna get a lot more out of each individual charge. And really, I'd rather have that when I'm out on a shoot, have my flash recycling more quickly and have my flash be able to go off more times between individual charges. That's more important to me than saving $2 on a 4-pack of rechargeable batteries. Another thing that I really like is these PowerX batteries actually come with this little case that you might spend $2 or $3 for. And by the way, never spend $2 or $3 for one of these little cases. Instead, go to Target and buy one of these. They're $1 and they will hold 6 batteries or 7 batteries, and they come with free Q-tips. So that's it for my battery update this week. Use PowerX, at least I'm recommending, and your opinion may vary, but I like PowerX AA rechargeable nickel metal hydride 2700 milliamp hour batteries. Back to you guys.
No.
I passed you, I waved
Did not.
as I was right around the corner.
Did not. I did pass a Lamborghini though. I was pretty pumped about that. That was great. We got in the Lamborghini, and I was like, I'm taking
That was the one that blew the tire out and was on the side of the road,
it was
right?
not. No blowing
Okay.
tires. Anyway, hey, sorry. Now, I will say this for fun. We joke around all the time. Pete is a phenomenal motorsports photographer. And he was showing me some pictures, and I wanted to make sure that you guys could take a look at them before we went into the website to watch. So that was the picture that was like, that's better. It's okay. You suck.
Yep.
That was awesome.
That's a straightaway. Car's probably going about 130 miles an hour right through
That's
there.
really good, dude. I like that. I like the little sun
Little
right in the corner.
sunburst.
So
And then that one.
that's good.
So,
good stuff,
couple
dude.
of them yesterday.
Good stuff. Good stuff. It's, you know what? The next time, I'm not going to focus so much on HDR. I'm going to focus a little bit more on my panning technique. I felt all thumbs on it. I was like,
It takes muscle memory.
Yeah,
You have to train yourself.
it's one of those things where I was like, phew. Anyway, but you also have the website to watch. Let's take a look at that. Now,
Yeah.
Website to watch. Every week we want to tell you about a website that we want you to take a look at. This week, Pete had one.
This is a guy, he's a great photographer. His name is Royce Degrie, and his last name is a little weird to spell. It's Degrie.
Nice.
Royce Degrie. And he's a good guy. He shoots for Getty. He shoots for iStock Photo. He's got some great shots. Popular shot of Taylor Swift pops up here and there. And he's just a good guy. So make sure you go check him out.
Nice, very, very cool. Thank you. And we have a contest. Every week we give you a contest. This week we're going to be giving away Tamara Lackey's brand new book, Envisioning Family, A Photographer's Guide to Making Meaningful Photos, or A Photographer's Guide to Making Meaningful Portraits of the Modern Family. One of the things that I think that's really, really nice about Tamara Lackey is that it's not a kind of person. Like, you could tell that she has a lot of story. You could tell that there's a lot of energy behind it. So you got to give her credits for that. So if you're looking to take pictures and you want your stuff to look a little bit different, you want it to have that a little bit more soul, Tamara Lackey's a good resource for you to get to. Thank you so much to Peach Bit and Creative Edge for the prize. Now, how are you going to do this? You're going to go to calibtv.com/DTownTV. You're going to find the episode for this. Guys, you guys can be watching us on YouTube, Google+, all sorts of different places, but this is the only place that we can accept a comment from. Leave your name, leave your email address, tell us what it is that you want to see in the future, and if you're chosen, you will receive Tamara's brand new book. Not bad.
Not bad. I like how you say soul with that.
Soul.
She's got a great soul to her and brings that out with her photographs.
Yeah,
So.
and that's it. Like, you know what? You can learn mechanics in a lot of different places, right? You can go to Kelby Training and learn all sorts of mechanics. This is about soul. This is about feeling. This is about getting a really, really nice intention inside of the shot. So I think that that's a great thing. Pete, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for having me on
For
here.
stopping by. I hope to see you here with more of these kinds of tips, because I mean, I got a lot of holes in my photography knowledge. This kind of stuff, I don't do all that often. I'm very inspired. So thanks so much to all of you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next week.